Today, I want to bring you a fresh perspective on the FIRE, Financial Independence Retire Early community, a new angle for young people who are ambitious about early retirement, as well as for parents and grandparents looking to guide the next generation toward financial independence. Welcome to today's Book Talk. Close your eyes for a few seconds and imagine. You don't need to work for money, yet you still have income to live. Every day is a new adventure. Time belongs to you. You use it to write books, travel, learn new languages, or simply read under a tree. And this story isn't a fantasy. Grant Sabatier made it real and shared the entire journey in his book Financial Freedom. In today's session, we'll dive deep into the philosophies, methods, and action map that can help you move closer to true financial freedom. Grant Sabatier wasn't a financial genius from a young age. He was once an unemployed 24-year-old, living with his parents with only $2.26 left in his bank account. One morning, after sending out hundreds of job applications with no response, he lay silently on the sofa and asked himself, "How long am I going to live like this?" That moment marked the beginning of a strange journey. Grant didn't give up. He began learning about investing, personal finance, and digital marketing, all from Google and the public library. He took on freelance gigs, started a small business, and gradually built multiple streams of passive income. Within 5 years, Grant had accumulated over $1.25 million and reached financial freedom at the age of 30. He no longer needed to work for a living, and instead of resting, he wrote Financial Freedom, not to brag about his success, but to hand readers a clear, actionable formula. His message is simple but powerful. You don't have to be rich to live freely. You just need to learn how to manage your time and money wisely. And anyone can start, even with just $2 in their pocket. Financial freedom is not just a financial guide. It's a call to fundamentally change the way we think about money and time. Here are 3 groundbreaking key perspectives that Grant Sabatier emphasizes. Time over money. Money can be made, but time cannot. This is the central principle of the entire book. Sabatier argues that in modern life, we're so busy chasing money that we trade away our youth, our health, and our freedom. But the truth is, money is just a tool. Time is our most valuable asset. Imagine you have $10 million, but only 6 months left to live. What would you consider more important then? Grant emphasizes, every financial decision isn't just about money. It's about how you choose to use your living time. Every dollar you spend today buys tomorrow's dependence. When you spend money on a new phone, a fancy meal, or an expensive pair of shoes, you might feel satisfied in the moment. But what you're really doing is selling off your future time. The question Sabatier asks is, how many hours of your life are you willing to trade for something you won't even use 6 months from now? This is a wake-up call to impulsive spending, a common blind spot, especially among young people. Financial freedom is not retirement, it's control. Most people think financial freedom means never having to work again, but Sabatier redefines the concept. Financial freedom means having the ability to choose, whether or not to work, to choose the work you love, to live where you want, to pursue your passions, and to spend time with those you care about. It's not about resting, it's about being in control. Grant Sabatier doesn't just speak in theory. He lays out a clear 7-step action plan that allows anyone, from someone with an average income to someone completely lost financially, to start their journey to freedom. This is the core of the book, where Sabatier moves beyond inspiration and gives a concrete roadmap. Here are the 7 essential steps. Step 1. Calculate your true hourly wage. You can make more money, but you can't buy more time. Grant emphasizes that time, not money, is the fundamental unit of freedom. So you need to recalculate the real value of each hour you work. Not your gross salary on paper, but your net value after subtracting the time and financial costs of work. You should figure out how much your working hour is actually worth, after factoring in commuting, meals, office attire, exhaustion, and more. This number is usually much lower than you think. Knowing your real hourly value helps you make smarter financial decisions. How to calculate it. Let's say you have an office job with an income of $4,000 a month. Commuting time, 2 hours per day. Job-related costs, gas, coffee, work clothes, etc., around $800 a month. Actual working time, including commute. 10 hours day, KIPES 22 days equals 220 hours per month. Match net hourly wage, $4,000 for 8 hundreds, 220 hours equals approximately $14.55 per hour. This calculation gives you a more realistic view of the time and money you actually invest in your job. It helps you understand that your gross salary doesn't reflect the true value of your time. Only when you subtract the hidden costs and include indirect hours can you see what your time is really worth. Step 2. Track every dollar you spend and optimize. You can't improve what you don't measure. Grant advises tracking 100% of your expenses for at least 30 days. It's not just about knowing how much you spend, but identifying financial leaks that prevent you from saving and investing. You don't need to become a cheapskate, but you do need to understand your cash flow, cut spending that doesn't bring long-term value, and prioritize investing in what brings you closer to freedom. How to do it? Use an app or Excel to track every expense: food, entertainment, rent, phone, etc. Categorize expenses, essential versus optional. Analyze what costs are not contributing to long-term value. He used to spend $800 a month on dining out and coffee. After realizing this, he started cooking and brewing coffee at home, saving $6,000, $8,000 a year, which helped him invest sooner and faster. Step 3. Increase your income as fast as possible. You can't save forever, but you can always earn more. Saving has limits, but income can grow infinitely if you invest in high-income skills and build side or passive income streams. Specific strategies. Learn online skills: content writing, ads management, design, video editing, programming. Freelance on Upwork, Fiverr, freelancer.vn, or sell digital products. Create a blog, YouTube channel, or do affiliate marketing. Income can scale and become passive. Savings are finite, but income is not. Sabatier encourages you to learn new skills, freelance, and build side hustles. This is the strongest lever for acceleration. He learned digital marketing for free on YouTube, landed his first freelance gig earning $50,000, then launched a digital marketing agency that made over $300,000 in 2 years. Step 4. Save the highest percentage you can. Every 1% more you save today is months you don't have to work in the future. Grant saved up to 80% of his income thanks to minimal spending and an optimized lifestyle. Why a high savings rate is so powerful. Let's say you save 10% of your income, takes 51 years to retire. 50% of your income, about 17 years to retire. 70% of your income, retire in around 7 to 8 years. Financial independence isn't about how much you earn, but how much you save and invest. Grant lived in a small apartment, didn't buy a new car, and avoided consumer debt. He funneled all his surplus money into investments, not liabilities. Don't settle for saving 10% or 20%. Grant saved up to 80% of his income. Every extra percent you save significantly shortens the time it takes to reach financial freedom. Step 5. Invest early and invest smart. Investing is the only way to buy back your time. Without investing, you'll never escape the cycle of work, spend, work, spend. Investing allows your money to make more money, especially through compound interest. How Grant invests. Focus on index funds like VOO, VTI, S&P 500. Don't try to time the market. Invest consistently according to a plan. Automate monthly investments. Grant doesn't play stocks, nor does he invest in crypto. He chooses a simple, sustainable strategy. Regularly buy ETFs and reinvest profits, building stable and secure wealth. Your money must work for you. Sabatier focuses on index funds, long-term investing, and reinvesting returns. You don't need to be a genius, just persistent and disciplined. Step 6. Automate the entire process. When everything is automated, you don't need willpower to succeed. Managing your finances should be as automatic as brushing your teeth. You don't think, you just do. Automation includes auto-transfer from paycheck, savings investment account, auto-pay bills, avoid penalties, auto-track spending through apps. Grant uses an online banking system to automatically direct 50% of his paycheck into investments. No remembering, no hesitation. The result, consistent savings, no temptation to overspend. From saving to investing to paying bills, automate everything. This removes emotion from your decisions and ensures steady progress. Step 7. Start living a free life today. Freedom doesn't begin when you have $1 million. It starts when you live according to your values. Redesign your life. What does your ideal day look like? How many hours do you want to work each week? What makes you feel rich, even with little money? Before reaching financial freedom, Grant chose to work 4 days a week, move to a cheaper place, turn down clients that didn't align, and focus on writing and sharing through his blog. Freedom isn't something you wait for. It's how you live each day. You don't need to wait until you have $1 million to live freely. Start living more simply, working more flexibly, and making choices that align with your values, starting now. Many people think financial freedom is only for the wealthy, finance experts, or single people. But in reality, it's a path anyone can pursue, if they start early enough and follow the right strategy. Some common myths include, I need a high income to save. Truth, what matters is how much of your income you keep, not how much you make. I have to cut all joy to reach financial freedom. Truth, you can live comfortably and still save if you spend wisely and prioritize the right things. I'm still young. Financial freedom is too far away. The earlier you start, the bigger your advantage. Real stories from the FIRE community. The FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early, isn't just in books. It's spreading worldwide, with thousands of individuals living freer lives every day. Christy Shen, from software engineer to global citizen. Christy, a Chinese-Canadian, was a software engineer in Toronto. After years of saving up to 70% of her income and investing smartly, she and her husband achieved financial freedom at age 31. Now, they live as digital nomads, working freely from around the world. Thailand, Portugal, Vietnam. They write the Millennial Revolution blog to inspire millions of young people. Christy shares, FIRE doesn't mean not working. It's the right to choose meaningful work. Steve Adcock, leaving engineering to live in the desert. Steve was a software engineer earning hundreds of thousands per year, but the job burned him out. He and his wife began cutting expenses, living minimally, and investing. After just a few years, they retired at 35 and moved to live in a quiet desert region in Arizona. He shares, financial freedom isn't about money, it's about peace. Young people in Vietnam are starting the journey. In Vietnam, the FIRE mindset is also spreading. On forums like Reddit, Facebook, YouTube, many young people share journeys of saving 50 to 60% of their income, investing in stocks, building YouTube channels or blogs for passive income. Though starting modestly, discipline and knowledge help them gradually master their lives. 30 days to start your freedom journey. You don't have to do everything at once. Here's a 30-day action plan, inspired by financial freedom. Week 1, wake up and calculate. Reread the 3 core perspectives on money. Calculate your true value per working hour. Track all daily expenses. Week 2, optimize and cut. Eliminate 3 non-essential expenses. Sign up for 1 finance tracking app. Set a goal to save 30% of your income. Week 3, increase your income. List 5 money-earning skills. Sign up for freelance work if suitable. Read or learn a new skill online. Week 4, first steps in investing. Learn about index funds or basic stocks. Open an online investment account if you don't have one. Set a goal for regular monthly investing. In just 30 days, you'll not only gain financial control, but also take charge of your life. Freedom doesn't wait until age 60. Grant Sabatier once said, "You don't need to wait until 65 to start living." The end, but also a new beginning. We've just walked through the core lessons from the book Financial Freedom by Grant Sabatier, a work that not only transforms how we think about money, but also redefines the meaning of true freedom. If you've made it to the end of this video, I believe there's something inside you stirring. A desire for change, a lingering question about your future, or simply the urge to live a more intentional and meaningful life. And you know what? The best part is, you can start. Right now. Today. Financial freedom isn't a dream. It's a strategy. Many people think financial freedom is far-fetched, only for high earners, people born into wealth, or finance experts. But financial freedom proves the opposite. Grant started with just $2 in his bank account. He wasn't a financial genius. He had no special background. But he had one thing, the right awareness and disciplined action. and he created a massive transformation in just 5 years. This shows us that freedom doesn't require perfection. It just asks that you begin where you are. Every dollar you spend today is a piece of your future traded away. One of the most powerful messages from this book is, every time you swipe your card, make a purchase, or consume, ask yourself, am I paying for this with money or with hours of my life? When you truly understand the value of your time, you'll begin to spend more mindfully. And when you start saving, investing, and increasing your income, you're slowly buying back the time you once gave away. That's the true essence of investing, using money to reclaim your life. The FIRE journey isn't about sacrifice, it's about choosing freely. FIRE, financial independence, retire early, doesn't mean doing nothing. It means you have the freedom to choose whether or not you work. You choose to spend more time with family, write, travel, give back, or simply slow down. Not for money, but because you want to. Freedom isn't rest, it's agency. And you don't have to wait until you're 60. You can start building that lifestyle now, just like Grant did. Living in a small apartment, working 4 days a week, saying no to misaligned clients, and focusing on what truly mattered. Small changes lead to big results. You don't have to flip your entire life overnight. But you can do one small thing today. Track your spending this week. Cook at home instead of eating out. Read one more chapter on personal finance. Sign up for an online skills course. Or simply start asking better questions about how you live. Each small action is a brick, laying the foundation for your future freedom. Remember, freedom isn't a destination, it's a way of living. Maybe you're thinking, I'm not sure I'm smart enough or disciplined enough for financial freedom. But you don't need to be perfect, you just need to start. Grant Sabatier once said, you don't have to wait until 65 to start living. Every day you delay is a day you lose. Freedom is something you build, little by little, through your everyday choices. Choosing to save, choosing to learn, choosing not to overspend, and choosing to live by your values, not society's expectations. Call to action and final inspiration. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who's on their own financial or personal growth journey. We don't just need great books, we need communities moving forward together. And if you're feeling stuck, spinning in the cycle of earning, spending, waiting, pause for a moment, take a breath, and remember, you can absolutely choose a different path. Drop a comment below. Where are you on your financial journey? Which lesson from financial freedom stood out to you the most? I'd love to hear your story. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. The path to financial freedom is a long one, but you're not alone. Millions around the world are walking it with you. This journey isn't easy, but you're not alone. And who knows, 5 years from now, you may be the one sharing your own freedom story.